Welcome to Coffee with Craig. Good to have you guys back. Today we're going to do kind of a bill update slash, what the hell alerts. So there's a gentleman, and many of you may remember him. His name is Anthony Portantino. He used to be a state assemblyman here in the state of California. Now is back in the California state legislature as a state senator. Now, while he was a state assemblyman, he's the individual who put forth the bill that banned open carry in the state of California. So, if for no other reason than to be pissed off at him, there you got one. So this is the individual that basically banned open carry in the state of California. And now that he's back in his first year, in his first term as a state senator, he's decided he has not done enough to take away your constitutional rights. So he's decided to introduce a bill, Senate Bill 497. Now, Senate Bill 497 basically reintroduces the idea of rights rationing. Right now in the state of California, we already have a limit of the ability, you're already limited in your ability to be able to purchase one handgun every 30 days. This would now limit it, expand it to include long guns. So it says you would not be able to purchase more than one long gun within a 30-day period. Now, his explanation for this is, as he notes, there's a quote-unquote proliferation of firearms in the state of California. Now, he completely ignores the fact that the reason why more firearms are being sold in California is because they keep trying to ban them. We realize that we have to purchase them before they are no longer legal in the state of California. Whether it's bullet button, semi-automatic rifles, whether it's off-roster or on-roster now, maybe off-roster handguns. If we don't buy them, we're never going to have the right. We're never going to have the right to be able to own them because, needless to say, those who keep saying they don't want to ban guns continue to ban guns. But that's a whole nother topic. So basically what he said was, in his quote in the Los Angeles Times, he said, "This is not the wild, wild west. California's in the 21st century, and you shouldn't be able to walk into a gun store and come out with an arsenal. First of all, when you walk into a gun store to purchase a firearm, you don't walk out with it. You don't. You've got a background check, and then you've got a 10-day waiting period. So no, you're not able to do that. But it completely ignores the reality of most people when they're actually doing this. In many cases, they're individuals that are buying collections. They're individuals who maybe you're at a gun show and you see several different ones that you want to purchase, but now you're telling me I can only purchase one in a 30-day period. Well, what do I do then? This also completely ignores the fact that what if you're trying to loan it for the purpose of loaning? Assemblyman Santiago last year introduced a very similar bill dealing with the restrictions on the number of long guns you can purchase in 30 days. And what he said, and what Portantino keeps saying is, I don't understand why you need to be able to purchase more than one handgun. And I love the way they do this when they start talking about the Second Amendment. They start talking about our constitutional rights that they don't like. They start saying, well, you don't need, I don't understand why someone would need. And I go back through the Second Amendment and I read it, and I'm still trying to figure out where exactly it says. Somewhere in there's got to be a hidden word where it says the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. I'm missing the whole word need anywhere in there. I'm trying to find the word need in there, and it's just not there. The fact is that it's got nothing to do with need, what I need to do. It has to do with what I have a right to do. I have a right to keep and bear arms, and it shall not be infringed. Imagine if we applied the whole need concept to other civil rights. I have no understanding. I don't know why you need to go to church, more than once a month. Well, gosh, why do we need more than maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3 major religions? Well, why do we need more than one newspaper? Why should you be allowed to write more than one legislator or write your legislator more than once? well, why do you need, I mean, all of these things, the whole concept is that they want to ration our civil rights because they don't believe in that particular civil right. And that's just wrong. I don't understand exactly where they come from, what they're thinking, except for the fact that they want to violate our civil rights. That's it. That's the only thing that I can come to. And I, quite frankly, could really give, I could give a damn what they think about what I need. What I know is I have a right. And, unfortunately, in California, where the Constitution really doesn't mean anything to folks like Mr. Portantino, we have to actually stand up and take these folks to court in order to get our rights, in order to reaffirm what our rights are. So anyway, I want to encourage you guys, if you guys, whether you're here in California or not, specifically if you're here in California, I want to encourage you, go to firearmspolicy.org/actions, look for SB 497. Please send Senator Portantino a message. His phone number is also there. Give him a call. Give him a call and tell him what you think about this bill and about his view of our civil rights. Because unlike where he says, well, folks, whoa, we need to chill out. We need to take a timeout. No, he's the one that needs to take a timeout. Because all of these laws that they continue to pass have not reduced gun violence. They haven't reduced violence in the state of California. And every time they start limiting our rights, we start exercising them. So anyway, that's my message for today. And I know that there's going to be some folks out there who are going to think, oh, well, we need to just don't comply. And I get it. I get where you're coming from. But the fact is that we have the ability through our governing process for nonviolent revolution, and it's time for us to stand up. It's time for people in this guy's district to know and understand who he is, what he's about, and look to replace the guy. If he's not going to stand up for our rights, if he's going to violate our rights, not stand up for him, but to violate our rights, well, guess what? He shouldn't ought to be in office, period. Anyway, that's just my 2 cents. Let's see what y'all have to say, because I know that y'all are kind of shy. You guys don't really, really express yourselves too much. Let's see. Last I checked, the Bill of Rights is not called the Bill of Needs. Oh, that is a good one, Frank. Restrictions are a preamble to registration and untimely confiscation. Because, see, you're 100% right, Frank. See, no matter what, normally I don't subscribe to the slippery slope argument, right? Well, if this, then this, then this, then this. But the problem is that you have to take a look at history. And history, both long-term history and recent history here in the state of California tells you that they say, well, we don't want that. We just want this. Then they get this. Then they come for that next year. They will eventually come for it. They will eventually seek to take. So when we say that registration leads to confiscation, look, history's proven it, and recent history is proving it. So no, I don't trust them. I don't trust that this is all I want. No matter how innocent this may be, this is not innocent. And once again, I love how they talk about needs and common sense. And, I'm sorry, but I'm just not going to take the word of somebody who, quite frankly, has demonstrated they don't care about our rights. They don't care about what the people think. They're going to do what they're going to do. They also said that you don't need an AR-15 to hunt. The Second Amendment does not say anywhere the deers are coming. I love that. But that's true. The Second Amendment has nothing to do with hunting. And I know there's a bunch of hunters out there. Love y'all. I know y'all enjoy your hunting. But the Second Amendment has nothing to do with hunting. It has a right, once again, with our right to defend ourselves from enemies, foreign and domestic, up to and including a tyrannical government. Period. Now, that's the extreme, but that's why we say the Second Amendment is the one that defends all others. Because you know what? If you're going to violate our right to free speech, right? If you're going to violate our right against our private property rights, if you're going to violate our right to due process, well, then eventually you've demonstrated yourself to be a tyrannical government. And we have, if you read the Declaration of Independence, we don't just have a a right to stand up to you. We have a responsibility to stand up to you. How are we going to stand up if we do not have a means to do so? I mean, we have the ability now through elections, but for how long? I mean, at what point will a tyrannical government take the right to have elections away? I'm not saying we're there. I'm not even saying that we're close. But to say that we could never get there, that's a bit of a stretch. The Second Amendment states that arms does not state specific weapons. Yes, it does not state specific weapons, and it doesn't state how many. It doesn't state how many you have to have. That's what's so funny about it, is that it doesn't state how many or what types of weapons, but they, in their infinite wisdom, think they can tell us what it is and how it's supposed to be. Rolando, they also, I already read that one. When do I turn in my gun? Because I'm ready to turn my gun into an assault weapon. Yeah, I'm not going to read the rest of that one. Yes. Well, and well, I won't even get into the whole, what happens once we are supposed to register our bullet button AR-15s and all of that. But what's interesting is that they actually think that once those of us who own them pass, that they're going to be destroyed, or because obviously we can't pass them there. If they're assault weapons, we can't pass them on to the next generation. The fact is they don't know what's going to happen to them. And there's going to be millions of these firearms that are going to be out there, and the state is going to have absolutely no idea where they are. And guess whose fault it's going to be? It's going to be their own. Anyway, that's just me. Jesus, guns? What guns? Oh, let's see. Here we go. What they want is to eliminate 2A rights entirely. Yes, that is wholly correct. They want to eliminate our Second Amendment rights because they don't believe it should be a right. See, how else can they force us to comply if we have a means to be able to stand up and stand up against them? It is. I was just saying earlier today, it's weird, not to get, hyper churchy or anything like that. But it's funny how in the Bible it says that they will call those things bad, good, and good, bad. So like defending yourself, being able to defend yourself now is a bad thing. I mean, this is their logic. They think that disarming you and letting criminals out of jail is the right thing to do. That's kind of where they're at. That's their big game plan for the last couple of years. And the result has been an increase in crime. Violent crime, nonviolent crime, property crime, thefts, all across the board. What's funny is it's mostly occurred in their communities, in their districts, right? Now, mind you, they control both houses of the legislature. Supermajorities. They control all of the executive offices. And until recently, they had the White House. But somehow, it's our fault. Yeah, somehow those who believe in freedom, those who believe in law and order, those who believe in defending themselves, somehow it's our fault. They are a bunch of retards. On that note, we're going to go ahead and let you guys go today. I hope you guys had a good time. I know I always do. You guys stay fun, have a lot of fun, and remember, stay free.
If you like our videos, follow, subscribe, like, and share.